Welcome to Up Late 958. Hello, everyone. I'm Rocco the model. Fuck you, Mandic.
Well, damn. All right. We're coming all hot, baby. Here we go.
Okay.
And that on my left is take that. Say take that hat. Oh my god, I can't even look at that hat.
The best team won, baby.
More like
The best team won. That's all you can say.
definitely not the best team, but Mr. James E. Coelho, and right there down below, Mr. Raw Doggin himself, the king of pushing and pulling, Mr. Mike Pat Patterson, Gerald Briscoe, Cove.
Good evening, everybody.
Megan. Oh, there
Hello,
you go,
Megan.
Megan.
That's right.
Well, she didn't put out in Chicago, so.
And then
Yeah,
right
she
down,
What is that?
and right down there, right down next to Cove, right there, is the babe of Brostalgia, Mr. Frank Bruno.
Frank, can we high five side by side here?
Wait, hold on.
Wrong way.
No, other way.
Wrong way.
Other way. Yep, that's the
Come
way.
on. Come on.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Oh, wait. Whoa. We're burying the lead here. You said.
Yeah, yes, she did. That and it was
Whoa,
beautiful.
hey.
Beautiful things I saw.
So, like dimes, nickels, quarters? What are we looking at?
I will not.
Silver
Oh.
dollars.
Come on, tell us.
Damn.
Well, here's the next comment. I can't, so there you go.
Oh boy.
She flashed me for saving her from the fact that no Ubers would go to the Now Center.
So you took her to Now Town?
Took her to Now Town.
Huh?
What's this next comment coming? I see another comment.
And, yeah.
I did too care. My God, get out of here. That's not nice. She
I
knows
mean, this
care.
is all timely with
Real
big
quick.
reveal.
When Frank come on, get out of here. Does he not sound like George Costanza's mom?
Oh
in
God.
Seinfeld?
Oh
He
God.
does. He talks like Mrs. Seinfeld or Mrs. Costanza.
Oh boy.
George.
George.
Oh. I don't know why this is I've got the WNBA on right now. I'm not what's happening in my life right now.
I don't know. Give the people what they want, Frank. I mean, you got this going on.
I did not turn away. I did not.
does.
I mean, Megan, you got to remember, I was rooming with somebody that was driving me nuts. It was my own fault, and I was just ready for bed at that point.
I'm glad you clarified that last part.
What, somebody that was driving him nuts?
No, that it was his own fault.
Yeah, of
He
course.
was rubbing somebody's nuts.
Well,
I wasn't. Well, actually.
were you?
She knows. No. She knows that I said, "Could I see the rest of it?" And you're like, "No, I'm a lady." So, I did ask.
You did ask. You were polite about it?
I did. I wanted to see the whole kit and caboodle. The thing about it is, the minute them fangs are out, I immediately want to grab. So she probably knew that.
And there goes our audience.
Yep.
All right. Thanks everybody for joining. Have a good night.
all three of our audience.
Whatever.
we're
We're
going
here to have fun. If you join, you join. If you don't, you don't. And if you don't, then you're. Yeah, actually, Megan, if you go check out Twitter, I definitely am a gentleman. I'm just saying.
What is it? What is?
Well, you guys, you didn't see Twitter today. You didn't.
No.
You don't know if you don't.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Frank.
Those of
I'm
you that
sorry.
know-
Some of us have to work and do
Well, I mean,
things. and
I'm
have
tagged.
kids to
I'm
do.
tagged in said post. So
Just because Brandy said you were a gentleman doesn't mean you're a gentleman.
no, Brandon did not say
Oh,
that.
she said you were a gentleman.
Somebody else
man.
did say that, but
Let's see. You retweeted Candace Owens. You retweeted Josh Chernoff. You retweeted Adam O'Neill. I see
All right, well,
nothing here.
I'm tagged in something, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
That's all I'm gonna
Tagged
say.
in something. Something.
Does it
look at
involve cupcakes?
Breaking news: Justin Fields to start for Bears moving forward. Did we not see that coming?
Duh.
That is great. You're tagging something else where you wrote, "Oh my god." El Karai made fun of you for talking crap to the Cowboys. That's all. I mean, I got nothing here.
Wait a minute. Why are we still hung up on Frank Bruno being a gentleman and Meg Nelson's hammers? Like, I'm pretty sure there's a reveal tonight that I was booked to be on this show for.
There is a big reveal tonight.
Let's get to that.
Should we? Is it time? Is it that time already?
No, we got to make Kolb wait. That's the best part.
I mean, Cole promised Rocco the first 15 minutes, so
Yeah, so we're
deuces
not-
in 5 minutes, bro.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that part of the statement, but okay.
Yes, we're not gonna make him wait any longer. I am getting this queued up right here, right now. And
That's what she said.
oh boy. Are you guys ready? We have a big reveal tonight. As we've been saying the last few weeks, we've been teasing this, that we are getting an OnlyFans drop right here tonight. Yes, Mrs. Model is dropping her OnlyFans. So, Kolb has been waiting for this from day one, and everybody has been waiting for this. I don't know how to feel about this, guys.
To be clear, I've been getting these pictures for free, and I've been encouraging her to start the OnlyFans so we can make money off it, her and I.
Oh, really? So tell me about this, because I don't know. I don't know this.
I mean, I could turn my under desk cam on right now so you can see the other view, but we'll just let this roll.
That's kind of filthy, you know. But oh well. All right, guys. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Man, let's go. I've been waiting.
You ready? Okay, we're gonna show this thing.
Let's do it.
Oh boy. Alrighty. I'm getting it up over here. Hold on, guys.
Oh boy, yeah, he is.
This is the anticipation is it was well worth the wait. You guys ready? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh no, I dropped my OnlyFans. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Am I not the only one that thought she was holding shake weights at first? They look like shake weights.
It looked like shake weights.
That's what I thought. I was like, this is good.
And then we have one more for you. we have one more video for you. And this one's a very special one. This is a really good one. She really was adamant about doing this one. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And I'm trying to upload it, guys. I'm sorry.
Well, while we're doing that, Meg Nelson, can we get your OnlyFans up for Frank Bruno?
Oh, Jesus, James.
Do we have an answer?
No, she's still checking Twitter.
I want to read what's in the private chat, but I don't know what it has to do with, so I'm afraid to say it.
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh God.
Adam DeMoy.
I
Thank
love
you.
Adam DeMoy.
That's fantastic. I can't
Okay.
pop up the comment right now. Someone pop that one up. While we wait in anticipation here for whatever.
Yes, the anticipation is killing me.
Not really.
No, it's really not.
Oh Jesus.
I
Christ.
think Adam DeMoy needs to have an OnlyFans.
Did he now?
He needs to have one.
He'll just be on there with his ever-loving mullet, ever-flowing mullet. It's great. That's good shit, pal.
While
God
Rocco,
damn it.
while Rocco figures this out, I have this for you.
Go for it.
And I can't hear it.
The audio's not coming through. Well, that sucks. Sorry, guys. I was just trying to say, like, this is not how it works.
Is that the posting on a Facebook wall?
Yes,
I love that commercial.
because I thought it was timely with the OnlyFans that we're going to drop. And then I guess I can't post my backup plan to play the thing from Wedding Crashers. Crab cakes and football.
Crab cakes and football.
This girl's fucked 3 ways of the week.
Guys,
You only hope, Frank. You only hope.
hold
I
on.
don't even.
Oof. Adam DeMoy with the one-liners tonight. Gotta love it.
What do you say now? Failure to launch. Oh boy.
For everybody who does not know, Carl is on a vacation currently. We have taken over Brostalgia for the next couple of weeks, and Carl is taking a nice vacation to deal with some personal family matters that he has going on, and we wish Carl the best, and certainly we'll still be here for him, and there'll
Carl,
always be a spot for Carl.
we're thinking about Carl.
Absolutely.
I'd hope so, because we all used his username and password to log into this.
That's not true. I have my own now.
You have your own now?
Not to this, but because I have my own, it lets me into this one. I've connected the two.
You've connected the two. Okay, that's good.
We'll make sure to disable that later.
Yeah, go ahead, knock yourself out.
All right, guys. So I'm not able to get this.
Then I
playing
can't play.
here.
Then I can't play my
These
segue
motherfuckers are
anymore.
still- oh my god, with these people.
Give me a second, guys. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. We're losing every person who's watching this.
All good, all good. Frank Bruno, tell us more about your dining with kings and queens in Seattle.
Yes, I'd love to hear about this.
My well, you know, so I was telling everyone, and this is the thing, like, I was in Seattle to open up a new restaurant called Bourbon Steak Seattle. We had that spot previously, and I actually trained there to start my career with the company 5 years ago. So, but it was rebranded, and well, Friday night we reopened. Friday was the longest day of my life, working 9:30 in the morning till 2:30 in the morning. But the operation opened successfully at 5 p.m. and wouldn't you know it, right at that point in time, a Rolls Royce pulls right up in front of the restaurant. Out pops this beautiful, sexy black woman named Ciara and her husband, quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks, Russell Wilson. And then about an hour later, former quarterback for the Houston Oilers, pre-Tennessee Titans, Warren Moon shows up. So it was a star-studded evening, and it was, incredible. I was wearing my Tennessee Titans face mask, and that probably jinxed the fact that on my way home on Sunday, I watched the entire Titans game on the plane, and they fucking lost to the New York Jets.
So, just to refresh everybody's memory, this is the OnlyFans drop of the night.
Oh no, I dropped my OnlyFans. Get your mind out of the gutter.
And then there's this.
Did you really think that I was gonna make an OnlyFans? Come on.
Come on, Mike, did you really think that? You really think the model would let Mrs. Model do an OnlyFans? You've got to be out of your mind. I know she'd make a ton of money, but really? Really? There's no chance in hell you'd ever see that.
Bye, Mike.
Oh!
All right, now we're going to address the elephant in the room. I don't need to pre-record a promo to play on Brostalgia to light somebody up. In fact, since day one, I've called this OnlyFans a stunt. I'm pretty sure I could read it.
Oh,
Sorry,
boy.
I can't hear you. What?
Oh, man.
What?
Two could play that game, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's true.
He removed himself.
He removed himself.
Goddamn, pal.
Rocco should start a wrestling dirt sheet with that kind of clickbait. Right, Adam DeMoy?
I agree.
Right. Hashtag bonus for Bruno.
Hashtag Bruno. Oh, God.
Frank, speaking about bonus for Bruno, did you get any text messages last week? Text your nudes. with your phone number? Do you remember?
Yeah, I heard about that.
that was Carl's birthday.
Unfortunately, I didn't. Well, I think unfortunately, I didn't, and fortunately, I didn't.
I don't think that's the one we're looking for, but for now.
Oh,
Well,
goddamn.
so real quick though, to go back though, Frank, Warren Moon, did you get to was that
There it
big
is.
for you because you're a Titans fan, or was he like a man of the past so you really didn't like that was
No, I
before
was
your
well
fan?
aware. I was well aware of Warren for a good squirting. Oh my god!
Oh.
boy. To win the race, come on her face. Anyway, so I mean, it was just a thrill just to see him. I mean, I know he went on to with KC, Seattle, and I think Philadelphia. I think, but it was still cool to see him.
Oh, so he was there.
Yeah, he was there. He had a reservation there.
That's great.
Gentlemen, did you guys watch AEW? What did you guys think? If you did.
I did watch it. I did enjoy it. There's the TBS title, which I'll leave for Cole to talk about because he has more to say about that one than I do. And the return of the cowboy shit.
I actually don't even want to comment on this TBS title. I want Adam DeMoy to comment his thoughts on that TBS title because I feel like he's going to say it better than anybody.
Probably. I will tell you that the person who's the least mad about it right now is Pondwater Dave because he's already taken to Twitter to tell everybody that he loves that title, which means we'll see a picture on that on his wall some point.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so fucking terrible, man.
Well, why?
That's
So
my
I don't
friend.
understand. So wait a minute. So
I don't think it's that terrible.
It's the TBS logo on a freaking title belt. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
hold on a second.
yeah.
Hold on a second. So wait a minute. So
I'm with Mike on this one.
what show is moving to TBS eventually?
Dynamite.
Dynamite is, and
Yeah.
Rampage will stay on TNT.
Yes, because
So-
of NBA on TNT. And
And there's usually no NBA games on Friday.
So TNT is going to be the TNT Championship will only be on Friday night. So that's going to be Sammy Guevara. And then-
Holy cow. No, that's not what I'm saying, but wow.
But I'm confused. If you're calling it the TNT title, then shouldn't it be defended on TNT?
Listen,
you know,
you're using logic to approach.
Well,
a
I mean, it's the
wrestling
truth. I mean,
situation.
so and the TBS title is for the women, right?
That is correct.
I don't know why we need to assign genders to titles. I think this is 2021, and that should not be a thing anymore. No, I'm kidding. You could say, I mean, we can go down that rabbit hole, but Frank, have you seen what the TBS title looks like?
I do. It's not. I mean, I'm not feeling it. All right, hold on a second.
You say you're not feeling it, but you're buying that thing. I'm calling it.
No.
Like, look at this thing.
I don't like.
You got it up. Okay, I was gonna pull.
I'm
it
not
up.
really a
Ready.
fan of any of AEW's championships, quite frankly. I mean, the closest one maybe I would give would be the TNT title, but I mean, I'm not even that one.
I like the current. Well, I don't actually. I didn't see what.
Demoy, you realize that your awesome Jags face the Titans coming off a horrible loss to the Jets. So I think we're going to be coming into you real quick. We're going to
Hey,
be,
man,
we're gonna
you
beat the
know,
shit out of you.
You know what? I give Demoy credit because he's a Jacksonville Jaguars fan, just for that reason, and he stayed true to it.
It's unfortunate.
Yes, it is, Cole. To answer your question, right? I just was like, wow, okay.
Yeah, next thing I know, WWE is going to come out with the USA Network title, not the US
God.
title, the USA title.
Well, you know, then there's always what Impact is doing with the digital media title.
I mean,
I'm sorry, the what?
Oh, you hadn't heard about this?
You know the amount of money that Fox dumped into WWE. You know it would probably be the Fox title.
No,
Yeah,
you were all
exactly.
wrong. Vince would sell that shit to NBC and have an NBC title.
Title,
that they would
Yeah.
like, what? You guys didn't pay? You didn't pay for a title belt?
If you paid us more money, we would have a title belt.
It is kind of hokey.
It's questionable at best, is the answer.
Yeah, of course.
So they just wanted to have a second women's championship. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
I mean,
This way they can put the title on Thunder Rosa without knocking Britt Baker down right now.
probably makes the most sense.
Now, let me ask you. I would really think that Thunder Rosa would be the next natural successor of that championship. Wouldn't you think?
No,
And then she can walk out to the ring with my naked body on her chest.
Oh my god.
she's seen your naked body. That is a true story, and you know it. TJ
I think
Stevens
so.
can back me up on that one. Separately, I don't think that Thunder Rosa is the heir apparent to be the next women's champion. It's probably the TBS champion because they're going to probably put freaking Ruby Soho with the title next or something like that. Or knowing Kenny Omega, Riho is going to take the title. Who knows?
Riho.
Oh, that's
I
right.
better not
Omega.
speak too much
keep
because I know
forgetting-
that we have fans that really support Riho and
Riho.
all that BS from Japan that really doesn't really make any sense over here. But whatever, cool, whatever.
Riho.
We have fans that support Riho. Yes, we do. But does that fan watch? Okay.
I mean, if she's your ex,
You
Oh,
need to,
God.
you need to
Oof.
shut your fucking face up.
Yeesh.
Ooh.
God damn, pal. Can't do the voice right now. I can't. go
Goddamn,
to new
pal.
comments, but there's more comments.
More comments. We have more comments. Go
I
ahead.
can't get there because I was busy.
I am a treasure. And yes,
Sorensen level.
Complete
Titans
pressure.
over Jaguars. Yes, absolutely.
Well, that's not really taking a lot of work there. Just didn't feel Dynamite. Oh, Jesus. That's rough. All right. Well, here.
24/7 title. That's even worse.
I'd like to lighten the mood a little bit.
Go ahead.
Lighten it.
Well, I can't hide this comment, so somebody
Oh,
do
I'll
that
do that.
while I fix this. I would like to lighten the mood by presenting someone else who was on Dynamite tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Paige Van Zandt.
I'm
Wait,
sorry.
she was on Dynamite tonight.
Doing what? And
Yeah,
why
what?
wasn't she wearing that?
She's with. Well, she wasn't wearing that, but she was on. She's part of America's Top Team.
Nice.
Oh,
Well then.
I've always been a big supporter of PVZ.
Devin.
And Sorensen is apparently lobbying for us to have a Bruno championship. So we got that going for us.
Bruno Championship.
You know, if they did have a Frank Bruno championship, it'd probably be named after the boxer. Just throwing that out there.
I like that idea. Yeah.
Adam Des Moines, I'm pretty sure she has an OnlyFans already. So check it out. And I could definitely see Frank Frank's going to make a TGT title next. I'm calling it.
Oh, I like that.
That's a great idea.
That's not bad.
Don't fucking do it. Just don't. Don't
And
sell out.
new Top Guy Theater. Hey, we're getting drops from Eric fucking Bischoff now. Come on. Could anybody see this happening?
No. Moving on.
Moving on.
Oh, fuck you. Okay.
You know what? For that, Frank, though, we got to give a shout out to Phil Jackson. Phil made that happen.
So, the last 3 episodes. Oh my gosh.
Separately, I connected Frank with Eric privately on an email to set Eric up on Top Guy Theater, and somehow Frank couldn't take that layup and at least connect on the ball. Yep. So somehow Phil had to reach out to Eric. And
well, he did it. Phil. So I'm going to tell you this right now. Phil Jackson was responsible for our last 3 episodes. He was responsible for getting Conrad. He was responsible for getting Sorensen. Sorry, Sorensen. Love you. He was responsible for getting Chernoff, and he was responsible for getting Eric. And he's responsible for getting our next guest, and he's responsible for getting the big one at the end of the month. So he's putting in work.
Yeah, well, big kudos to Phil Jackson.
Props and kudos to Phil Jackson, who's been fired a number of times from this network.
Yep, a few times. I fired him in front of his kids once.
I'm going to go with no on this one, Sorensen. I'm sorry. I'm going to veto that.
Sorensen, had you not been in an indie show, you would have been invited to the Chernoff show.
Yeah. So moving on a little bit, let's go to NXT, guys.
I knew that's where it was going to go.
I mean, she's sexy as fuck. I didn't like it at first, but then she put in extensions.
I can get behind this.
Thank you, Cove. Outstanding.
PageFanZant.com.
I
That's
recommend
correct.
it.
Oh boy. All right. So
$9.99.
I should probably. Is it? No, I'm not paying that.
She would like you to know that she updates often and is constantly reading and responding to your messages.
Does
Oh,
she
boy.
show her punani? That's all I want to know.
Can you use the adult phrase? I don't know what you're talking about.
Does she show her vagina?
There are subreddits that you can check out that may or may not be able to confirm that.
are you guys ready?
The whole Reddit thing either. I
Not
Like-
that not that Kolb has ever looked at those ever.
Bro,
Never.
back to my previous comment. I'm married with 2 kids. That's the only source of entertainment I have right now.
I understand. Hi. I'm married with 3 kids. Just throwing that out there.
And I've realized that you haven't even learned from, well, potential mistakes. I'm not saying I know for sure, but like you're in an office and you don't have a door with a lock on it. It's just a sliding pocket door.
Oh, that's a different situation.
But
so,
see, listen, James. How are you supposed to successfully rub one out with a door like
Well, that's
that?
where we're kind of going to.
That's hard for him.
I mean, Mike was going there subtly. Frank just is like, let's just plow through that wall.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm
Kool-Aid
I'm
Man
just gonna
style.
Get it out there. It's what I do. Hey, Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Oh,
The office situation is a temporary office. So someday when I have an office with a door, then I can have some of my stuff behind me as well. But
All
And
right,
how
so
is your hot wife?
so-
James?
I guess you got to answer Frank's question when it's time to rub one out. Where do you do it at?
Yeah.
I cannot answer at this one moment, but I'd be happy to answer on a different thread.
Is it because people are listening
Yes.
Oh boy.
that are watching the show or that are just outside the door? The second part,
The second part, the latter.
the
Oh, so-
shower.
So you don't want to talk about it in front of your wife. Could you please let your wife know that I think she's hot? I'm just
I
saying.
Now-
already have.
Now say yes or
and
say
she's
yes
like,
or,
not the guy that was snorting M&Ms.
Yeah, that was
So-
the exact question. Was
so
asked
say
too.
yes. Say yes or no to every what we ask you.
Okay, I can do that.
bathroom. Bathroom.
Yes.
That's the given.
Yeah,
right?
that's a
Like,
given.
Well, that's not really.
Any.
That's not news to really anybody.
I'll name
Yeah.
places I've done it at, and you can just tell me if you do it there too.
Sure.
The car.
Yes.
Is it like that scene from Hall Pass where the cops pull up and start laughing at you?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's just really awkward when your neighbor comes on and asks why you're in their driveway.
Correct.
Oh.
All right, well, that's the show. I don't
Well,
have
yeah.
any more to go.
So guys, each week we've been doing this thing where we defend a WrestleMania.
I don't want to do it this week.
You don't want to do this week.
I defer.
You feel like you're not going to get the right thing this week.
Well, let's see. So far, I've had to defend WrestleMania 11, WrestleMania 27. What'd you give me last week? It was something just as equally awful. 24 or something. It was something bad.
24 wasn't that bad.
No, it was a bad one. A really bad one that he gave me last week.
All right. Listen, I will let you be the first pick this week. And
Fine.
we will pick it honestly.
All right, go ahead. Oh,
Like every week.
yeah, like every week.
All right, let's see. Okay, this is a layup.
WrestleMania 20. I don't know about a layup, but this is definitely the best of what I've had to work with. So, first of all, it starts with the logo. The logo is fantastic because I think that the WrestleMania 10 logo is one of the best, and the playoff of that with the 2 going back to Madison Square Garden, where it all begins again. That whole deal, fantastic from a presentation perspective. Matches wise, pretty solid though too. If your opening match is John Cena versus the Big Show in the U.S. title match, generally speaking, you're hoping that the rest of the card is going to be booked equally as well. The The most interesting match is still, in my opinion, on WrestleMania 20, though, is the good old Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar,
Oh, God.
where one's going to the NFL and the other one is getting the hell out of town, and Stone Cold Steve Austin is stunning everybody on the way out. So that's just fantastic. But Eddie Guerrero defeating Kurt Angle in a classic 21-minute match, and this is going to be controversial maybe, but Chris Benoit defeating Triple H and Shawn Michaels to win the heavyweight championship as the main event of WrestleMania 20. Chris Benoit in the main event of WrestleMania, but that match, 24 minutes long, fantastic match.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I know everybody shits on what Benoit did, but I think and that's fine. They should. He's a pig, but it was about time he was in the fucking main event at that point in time.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Of course.
100% agree, by the way.
And I think they took the belt off him way too fucking soon.
I would also agree with that. I think
Very
that
true.
the whole thing around that time with Guerrero being the champion, right? Like that's his best friend, and that was kind of like his stability at the time, right? It turns out after watching Dark Side and that's everything, and like all the other stories that come out, that kind of like is his stability. But Benoit in the ring as a performer in the ring, it was hard not to like him. If you didn't like him, you didn't really like wrestling at that point.
And I'm a huge Shawn Michaels fan. We all know that, but even I was like, this has got to be Benoit's night finally.
I mean, I'm glad it was. It just at the same time, like that was a terrible, terrible, terrible thing that happened. And as far as
you know what's sad, guys, is that when we talk about Benoit, we always have to make sure everybody understands that we don't think what he did was right. I think that's got to stop too. Like we can enjoy Chris Benoit matches, and not just because we like them doesn't mean that we condone the fact that he murdered 3 people or 2 people. That part's getting old for me too. I don't need to justify why I like a match because
I think there's a lot that goes into that, right? So you can say that about what happened with Benoit. Then you can look at just about anybody that's had anything happen to them during this cancel culture thing. And I'm not saying I'm for or against any of that.
Sure.
All I'm saying
you
is
just had to validate it right there.
well, yeah, exactly. You kind of have to. Unfortunately, that's the world that we live in. But at the same point in time, let's pick somebody completely separate out. You got like Harvey Weinstein, for example. Everybody agrees that man deserves everything that's coming to him. But look at the films that he produced, right? You're still a fan of those films. You're still a fan of the work. You're not a fan of the person. I think Jeremy Piven is one of the funniest people out there in film and movies. He's had some accusation. Cancel culture went after him. Don't agree with anything personally. I can still agree with what he does on TV. Same with Kevin Spacey. That guy, personally, might be loony, but he is an amazing actor, right? You can do two things. You can acknowledge both.
Okay.
Oh my God,
I
Adam.
agree.
This one still gets me every time, is because I don't know, and no one knows because we weren't there. So I have to assume that what we know is that Chris Benoit did it, and it was a terrible thing. But Kevin Sullivan doing it is also a plausible conspiracy theory in the world of conspiracy theories.
And then going on to our next one. Mike Kolb.
That's it. Rocco's way of saying stop talking about this shit.
Yeah, Rocco was like, move on.
I get it.
Nick.
I mean,
It's like Ellen.
Give me the one I really want, Rocco.
okay. I'm gonna try.
WrestleMania 30.
I'll do that one.
That one's not.
Okay,
good.
this may be a softball for Mike actually.
Not the one I wanted, but and also not that really fun to defend, but let's go with it. You have a WrestleMania that has Hulk Hogan main eventing it without actually having the world title on the line. In fact, the WWF title is on the line halfway through. Macho Man, Ric Flair. Great match. Also kind of the end of Flair's run, right? Going back to WCW, starts off with Shawn Michaels and Tito Santana Arriba. Undertaker defeating Jake Roberts. You get the classic Bret Hart Roddy Piper match yet again. man, those two just were awesome in the ring.
That was probably the
Like,
show stealer.
It was. I would agree. Um, it's funny. You had James on WrestleMania 20, the Cruiserweight Open.
Yep.
And on this one, we had the 8-man tag match. So it was like, let's get as many people on the on the card as possible. We see that every WrestleMania, right?
Yep.
Tatanka, Rick Martel, Natural Disasters, Money Inc., Owen Hart, and Skinner. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this is not. I can't. I mean, I can defend it in the way that with what they had at the time makes sense that they have it there. But this just shows you that wrestling is WWE at the time, WWF was at a lull. They were at a low point. They're still
You
trying
can
to find
defend it
a new
and shit
identity.
on it. You can defend it and shit on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am. They did the best they had for the most part.
I mean, Bret Hart versus Piper was a great match.
Yes.
Undertaker versus Roberts was still a great match. Shawn Michaels always puts on a great match, especially at WrestleMania. The funniest thing to me about this card, besides the obvious, the best match on the card is in the middle of the card: Randy Savage versus Flair.
Yep.
Owen Hart defeated Skinner in a minute 36, and like my brain just like went to that match again, having watched it as a kid. It's just thinking like, what a let me up match. Like that was the thing before the Hogan match.
What they booked this WrestleMania, like they booked house shows and live events back in the day, where if you think about it,
Yep.
after the Randy Savage match should have been intermission,
Yep.
and then rolled into the second half of the show, right? And then you get Hogan in the main.
Well, I was just saying. So you got Randy Savage, Ric Flair, intermission, aka Tatanka versus Rick Martel. Then apparently you have Natural Disasters and Money Inc. as really the semi-main, with Owen Hart versus Skinner to kill time and get the crowd being lighthearted to watch Hogan versus Sid Justice. Yes, not Vicious, Sid Justice.
The Justice. No, but he's right. It was booked kind of like a house show.
It was. This
A lot
was
of tags
also the,
too.
This was also the point in
kind
time.
of logic.
For sure. This is also the time that they made the statement here at this time, and Bruce would just disagree with this. Hogan was bigger than the title at this point.
Wasn't he going away at this point too, though?
Yeah, and then a year later he needed to get it for the European tour.
They had to have it for the European tour, man. I'm gonna stick by that.
Oh, I remember. That's now that we bring that up. I had to defend WrestleMania 9 last week, but I did like WrestleMania 9. So.
And now we go to the back scratcher over there.
Yeah, I like this thing. I just got this thing. It's fucking awesome.
Butt scratcher.
V-trigger.
Did any polar bear scratch your back?
That polar bear did not come down, so no. And that's a polar bitch, by the way.
Whoa! Alrighty, Frank.
Because crap cakes and football. That's what Maryland does.
Oh, God.
God.
Well, look, I'm gonna do this because this is our gig. But I mean, how can you not love the first of anything, right? I mean, when you watch like everyone talks about Ghostbusters 1, they don't ever talk about Ghostbusters 2. When everyone talks about
2 sucks.
When you talk about horrible bosses, you don't talk about horrible bosses 2. And everyone loves the very first Harry Potter. So hey, this is the very first WrestleMania where Vince's ass was on the line, main evented by Hulk Hogan, Mr. T versus Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff, right? Right, with Cowboy Bob Orton in the corner. I mean, you had the Andre the Giant Slam Challenge 15,000 thing going on. You had Special Delivery Jones getting squashed by Ted. I was about to say Ted Bundy. By King Kong Bundy.
Ted Bundy. That'd be great.
You mean you had it in the iconic setting of Madison Square Garden? I mean, it's the very first WrestleMania. And hey, even David Sammartino got on the card. Wasn't that amazing? Yeah, I mean, it's the very first WrestleMania. It's what set the tone for what we know now in professional wrestling.
Okay.
I mean, I can also go on the reverse of that, too.
You go on the reverse. Is that good?
The fucking production value of that show sucks. It's one of the most boring shows I've ever watched in my entire fucking life. But I grew up with the high production WWF back in 88, 89, 90, where they were theme musics and stuff. So one and two are just not my favorites. Just saying.
Unpopular opinion of mine: Madison Square Garden sucks for
I
the
agree.
wrestling event. And like when people come out, just the way they do it, I always think now. I thought about WrestleMania 1 for the longest time, but the Royal Rumble that Cena came back at, it was just like it just seems small to me.
I agree. And this is a New Yorker. I agree.
I
Completely.
see Madison Square Garden for WrestleMania 1, iconic because of everything else going on at the time.
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden
sure.
for WrestleMania 10 and 20 and whatever other ones, terrible idea.
Yeah, 20 was the last time they had it at the Garden.
Because it's got to be a stadium show now, pal.
Yeah.
I, quite frankly, would love them to bring WrestleMania. Like, I think 40 should be there.
Yeah, I get it. You know, some people think it's
I'm
certain
sorry.
ways.
I'm going to agree with Kolb on this one. It is not the greatest. It is not the greatest of all time.
The Meadowlands is the greatest of all time.
Oh, Jesus. What are you going to say next? The vet?
What?
The Veterans Field.
No. The Meadowlands arena,
terrible.
the old Continental Airlines arena, that is no longer really a thing.
Yeah, because it's terrible. And I
No,
don't-
because
they
it
should
was the
smash it
best.
to the ground.
It was the best arena to ever see a concert, a wrestling event, or
Did they tear
or
it
a hockey
down, or
game.
is it the
Yeah,
Prudential
okay.
Center now?
It's pretty much a studio now. It's like a movie studio now.
What are you going to say next? The Nassau Coliseum is an excellent place to see things.
No, I mean it's right up there with the Boston Garden, isn't it?
One
fuck
thing
me.
I think that would be really cool though
Whoa,
is
hold on.
WWE. I know. We'll hear what Rocco has to say. Hold on, because I know Rocco's got his WrestleMania in his hand, and don't swap that out, Rocco. I am disappointed
Too
that
late.
WWE doesn't change anything up in terms of like. I understand baseball stadiums are too small for WrestleMania, but baseball stadiums are like SummerSlam. Would you imagine SummerSlam in like Fenway Park during the All-Star break when you could
Yes.
actually do that there? Like
Yes.
that'd be so. I would pay to go to that. That'd be awesome.
That would be much more interesting. I did enjoy the Royal Rumble at Arizona Field, so that whatever that field is called, Chase Stadium or something, whatever.
I was
Well,
there. That was fun.
Yeah, so that whatever the Diamondback one, that the way they had it set up looked really, really good visually, even from TV. So I can only imagine being there, like how cool that would have been. But what I was to say was the Boston Garden, just because I know you put that clip in there. The original Boston Garden was a piece of trash. Like it's hard to argue that.
I've heard it was a shithole. Yeah.
Oh, I've been there. It was terrible. The TD Garden, different situation. Just because it's so modern, it's just another place.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it's
really
exciting.
nice.
It's just there.
No, I mean, dude, have you been there since they did all the upgrades?
Yeah, it's not bad. I'm just saying, like, it's not a.
That's not great.
How can I put it? It's not great. It's good.
Okay.
It's there. It's nothing to write home about, in my opinion.
Okay. That's a fair enough analogy.
It's like when I get into argument about Fenway Park versus Wrigley Field. So obviously, I'm a Red Sox fan. I think Fenway Park sucks. Just I'm done. I've been
Okay,
there enough.
I'm not happy with that.
We need a new stadium.
No, we
The thing
don't.
is, yes, it's crumbling and it's falling apart, and it's no longer. There's nothing solid about it. Like
Have you been to both?
yes,
I thought Wrigley was fucking beautiful, and
yeah, it's
I
fantastic.
also think Fenway's beautiful. I think both of those stadiums are fucking cathedrals in my eye. I mean, when Cole, when was Wrigley built?
Wrigley was built in 19. God, you're asking me this question, aren't you?
1911 or something.
I'm doing math.
Fenway is
Yeah.
1912.
It is,
Thank you.
yeah, because I went to the 100th anniversary, so that makes sense for it to be 1911.
So here. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Mike.
No, Rocco, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you. You're the host.
No. You could finish. I was just gonna say, at least you guys have a Wrigley Field and a Fenway Park. I got shit. We got New Yankee Stadium.
I'm still really angry that they thought it was an okay thing to knock that stadium down.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I think it's stupid.
One of the
I
stupidest things I've
understand
heard.
why you would want to keep Fenway Park as like a monument type of thing. At the same time, just logistically, the park seating sucks in terms of like how you sit there and like what the seats are like. And if they take and they modernize it, they'll lose seats, which is why they haven't done a lot of those in the grandstand. Um, it, there's nothing like around it. Public transportation's not even properly situated around it. Like the commuter rail's there, but it's only open at certain times, and you have that one train going out afterwards.
And you've got the green line, but you have to walk like a mile to get to the stop.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's not. It's every other. If you just look at like even Wrigley, like you look at it, there's more ways to get to Wrigley Field than there are, and like and they're cost effective, right? They're not. It doesn't cost you $100 to go to park at Wrigley. I mean, it doesn't cost that either, but it doesn't cost you $50.
Well, hang on a second. Now, ask Cole. He parks there around there.
Yeah, so Wrigley Field doesn't have really a lot of parking that's owned by Wrigley Field or the Cubs. There's a parking garage there that on really expensive games can get up to $7,500. But you got to keep in mind, Wrigley Field's built in the middle of a freaking neighborhood. So
Right.
you mainly have people standing outside like, hey, I'll give you my garage spot for $25 or something.
Yeah,
Which
but
is what's kind of what you do, right, Cole? But isn't that where you park?
That's what I do.
when
Yeah.
you're
But there's also shuttles that do it in the park. I know they're not technically Wrigley parking lots or whatever, but the shuttle thing seemed the last time I went, I took a shuttle. I didn't go when we were at Top Guy weekend. But the last time I went, I parked in a parking lot. I took a shuttle. It was like 5-10 minutes. Bus dropped me off right in front.
Yep.
It was like $10 or $15. Like that's I don't know. That was reasonable. But
Yep.
$50 and like it at Fenway and like you're in a garage and you're not right there most times. And if you do get right there, it's like they do block in part. It just logistically, it's a nightmare. If they
So-
took that stadium and dropped it in a better place, I think I'd feel differently about it.
So I have the luxury of defending this.
The last one? The last one?
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Well, WrestleMania 37 from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. It was a 2-night event, April 10th and 11th, Saturday and Sunday night. And night 1 was 25,675 people in attendance, and so was night 2, a combined of 51,350. And this was the first WrestleMania back after the whole COVID debacle of 2020. This is also the first WrestleMania streamed on the Peacock. We have our first night right here. Well, to add to this, this was rain delayed on the first night. Our first match was... Let me get it right here. Our first match was... Nothing's really working right now. First match was Bobby Lashley defeating Drew McIntyre by technical submission. We have Natalya and Tamina winning the women's tag team championship. Well, that was also the infamous Mandy Rose slipping and getting back up. She did that like a champ. We have Cesaro defeating Seth Rollins. AJ Styles and Omos defeating The New Day. Braun Strowman defeating Shane McMahon. Bad Bunny and Damian Priest defeating The Miz and John Morrison. How could you not love this pay-per-view? Bianca Belair defeating Sasha Banks for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. Night 2. Night 2 is an even bigger doozy. Randy Orton defeating The Fiend. Yes.
In his last match in the WWE.
In his last match in the WWE. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler defeating Natalya and Tamina by technical submission. Kevin Owens defeating Sami Zayn for like the millionth time, with Logan Paul in his corner. Sheamus defeating Matt Riddle. Apollo Crews defeating Big E. Rhea Ripley defeating Asuka. Probably the most overrated match on the card, if you ask me. Roman Reigns defeating Edge and Daniel Bryan. Probably one of the better matches on the card. And that is WrestleMania 37 in a nutshell.
Hey, real quick, when did Las Vegas get a WNBA team?
I thought they had one out of the gate.
I don't know, man. I turn my head. I'm like, what?
Las Vegas Aces.
What? Las Vegas? What?
The Las Vegas Aces.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Let's see. Oh, they were the Utah Stars before.
That's where they moved.
1997.
The game at Top Guy Weekend. All right, whatever.
Well
So
then,
the game at Top Guy was it was good. I mean, it was what? Who
Didn't you call her a polar bear earlier?
did I call her a polar bear?
Hmm.
No.
Yeah. Fuck it. Keep going.
I don't. Did I? Wait. Did I?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well.
Just keep going. Fuck it. Fuck it.
yeah, we'll keep it going.
Yeah. No. Is he talking about the game at Wrigley?
How do we just go from Vegas?
I think
Oh.
he's
No,
talking about the
Devin
game
had
at
no.
Wrigley.
Look right here. Devin had a comment about Top Guy. How was the game at Top Guy Weekend? We went to the Cubs game.
Yeah, went to Wrigley.
I mean, I doubt Carl remembers it, but I mean,
Carl definitely doesn't fucking remember it. Carl doesn't remember it. He was having a good time though.
Yeah, he had a great.
Frank, I want you to say how you think it is.
How I think what is?
Frank's preoccupied. He's panicking right now.
Well, no, because I don't remember. Did I say that? I don't remember saying that. Why would I say that? I'm a big guy.
Ignore it. We'll get to it after the show.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
I'm not panicking. I'm just trying to. I don't understand what happened. Yeah, the baseball game was good. I spent more time, like looking at the ivy. Like it was.
I love the Ivy.
It was just so. It was so nostalgic to be there.
It's visually appealing.
So the Ivy, I don't know if you know this about the Ivy, but if you like cut one little piece of the Ivy off, take it anywhere, it'll start growing from scratch. So there are people that when they get a chance to get on the field, they will break a piece off, take it home. I know people that have it growing on their fireplaces, etc.
Really? How do you get a piece of the ivy? I want a piece of the ivy.
So like I was just there last Tuesday for a family day and I got to take Maverick on the field. You can people are watching for it, but if you are sly enough, you can while you're by the ivy taking a photo, you just need a piece an inch big. That's it.
Piece an inch big.
And you can get it to grow?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just fucking iconic. I mean, I spent more time looking at the stadium, looking around, looking at Chicago. It was just. I mean, the game was decent. Didn't the Pirates come back? I'm sorry. I heard heard myself. Did the Pirates come back?
From what I recall, I mean, we left before the game ended.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Then you almost shit your pants in my car on our way to the highway.
I know.
Oh
dude.
my god.
Wow. That was that fucking. I'm still every time I see a Tesla, I'm like, I think I'm gonna get one. I think I'm gonna get one.
So wait, I gotta hear about this. You almost shitting your pants on the way back to.
Well, it was have you ever been on one of those roller coaster rides where your stomach feels like it's rising?
Yeah.
That's what he hit the gas and it was just and it went 0 to 60 in 2 seconds.
The guy drives a Tesla. I don't know how he does it because. So for work, we have 2 cars. We have 2 pool cars. We have a Ford Escape, a regular Ford Escape, and then we have a hybrid Ford Fusion. And so sometimes it changes. It changes electric and gas, and it's kind of a weird feeling to me. So I don't know how you drive a full electric car.
Oh, it's a blast. It's a blast. And what's funny is the cheapest Tesla you can order is the truck now, which is crazy.
Really?
Well, you can't get the Model 3 anymore.
Well, you can get it, but the Model 3 is more expensive than the lowest or the cheapest model or the cheapest truck. Sorry.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought the Model 3 was only like 32 grand or something.
Slightly higher than that now. Now you got me looking at what the cheapest Cybertruck is. So let's look.
So now I'm gonna get geekish and ask you.
Or am I thinking the Model S?
Model S is expensive. They're coming out with a Model 2, I believe is what it is. That is going to be $25,000, but it's not out yet.
My question for you is, how often you got to charge it?
That's a great question. And real quick, Cybertruck's $39,900 starting out. The Model 3 starts out at come on, Tesla.com. Jesus. Okay, so it's actually pretty much the same price, $38,000. It's a $1,000 difference between the Model 3 and the Cybertruck. I read something online. Oh, nope, take that back. It's $42,000 for the Model 3. I was looking with potential savings because some states have a rebate that you get for something. Anyways, how often do I have to charge it? So it gets roughly 300 to 320 miles. Real quick, Frank, you're preoccupied, bro. What's going on?
He's preoccupied with the chocolate rainfall, or he's preoccupied
What is the chocolate rainfall?
with that?
No, why are you preoccupied? What
Does that one say now? I'm really confused at what is going on right now. You led me on and continue treating me like shit. What is going on and why? First of all, I'm curious again because this is going to lead to me just completely just saying fuck this bullshit. All right.
What bullshit? What is
I
going
led
on?
her. I don't know how I led anybody on. I really so here's the problem I'm having right now. I give people the utmost respect, and if I have a problem with them, I have conversations with them privately. Now, her and I had a problem in Jacksonville. I had a conversation with her privately. Have you and I, the four of us, had conversations for me to vent? Absolutely have. But if you want to use this platform to do this, now we've got a huge problem. Because
Why don't we talk about it after the show?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
No, wait, no. See, because this is the thing. She's making comments. You guys are popping them up, and you think it's funny.
No.
No.
This whole thing is funny to me. I'm not gonna lie.
We got to tell you
Yeah,
why it's funny.
me, I said what I needed to say about
Frank. It's funny because I'm doing this. This is a prank, you idiots.
Oh, thank
Look
God.
at his face. Look at his face. And
That's why.
just sent you the next message. Love you, bud.
That's why we're popping.
Yeah, that's why we are.
Otherwise, we would have ignored that they were there.
How did you do that? Because isn't that her thing?
Okay, Frank. Believe me, if that was really coming from her, Mike, myself,
How are you? I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Mike, myself, or James would never let that get on
That
your
was
screen.
amazing.
All
That
right.
was
So,
amazing.
by the way, I just texted her earlier and was like, "I never called you that."
Oh God!
So now I've got to.
This is great.
Now I've got to like. I don't even know anymore.
Now you got to
That was
talk.
really. That was really good. Because when I
That was
read
fun.
led me on and continued treating me like shit, like I'm thinking to myself, is she now angry because she knows I sent flowers to Lindsay, so
Bro, she doesn't watch this show, man. She's too busy running Zooms. Oh fuck. Never mind.
So to answer the next question, or the other question, we're gonna go back and hope everybody enjoyed that lovely little joke that we played on Frank. My Tesla gets roughly 320 miles if you on a full charge. If I want to, the way they tell you to charge a Tesla though, like if you're going somewhere, if you're going on a road trip, they don't tell you like you think of a gas vehicle, you fill up at every gas station. You don't do that in a Tesla. A Tesla, you just tell it, hey, I want to go from this point to this point. It sees how much current battery you have, and it tells you here's the most efficient route to get there. So you might stop at a supercharger, which is the equivalent of a gas station for a Tesla, for no joke, 5 minutes charge. You can get 30% in 5 to 10 minutes, and it'll just send you on your way to the next supercharger instead of stopping at one, charging from 0 to 100% for 45 minutes to an hour. Because for those that don't know, with battery technology, the first half to 60% of a battery charges super quick, and then once it starts to eclipse that percentage mark, it's longer and longer to charge. So a supercharger, though, can still fully charge your vehicle in 45 minutes to an hour, depending on the load. At home, now I'm lucky if I drive 20 miles a day right now. I've been going to the city, though, into Chicago the last couple days for work, and have been charging up to like 80 or 90% at home, and then drive to work, come back, and I still have 40% left. I have a charger at the house. It charges the car pretty quick. Overnight, the car will be wherever I want it to be charge wise. Really, it'll take 3.5 to 4 hours to charge from 0 to 100% at home, but you're never at zero, right? Like,
Okay.
Most people aren't, at least. Like, they usually roll into the garage at least at 10 or 20%. So it's not bad. It takes a little bit of getting used to, because if you do have to charge for longer than 10, 15 minutes at a supercharger, that's different. You're not used to sitting at a gas station that long, but it's got Netflix built into it, Hulu, all this stuff. So you can.
Oh, that's cool.
I stopped on Saturday. I was on a long ride, and I put on Peacock to watch wrestling, just to throw that on.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah.
Alrighty, so that's a nice little bit of knowledge that I didn't have. I know for sure.
Yeah.
The more you know, boys and girls.
Yes.
The only downside is, like, you do need a place to. I shouldn't say you need it, but I'd highly advise, if you're considering getting one, you have a garage that you can put a proper outlet in there. There are people in Chicago, and I'm not kidding you when I tell you this, that only have street parking, and they run extension cords with their car,
Oh my
or they predominantly only supercharge it, which supercharging a battery, your cell phone, a car battery, doesn't matter, isn't good for it over and over. So it'll deplete the battery quicker. So.
See, I don't think I'm gonna probably be one of those who gets electric as a have to.
Well, how much is gas right now in Yonkers?
About the cheapest I could say is probably $3.09 a gallon. That's for regular.
Okay.
But I get premium. So
Yeah.
Why do you get premium? What are you driving where you need premium?
Cadillac ATS. Did I just say that on the air? Cadillac ATS, yes.
That makes sense. I had a Lincoln that required premium. In Chicago right now, regular unleaded fuel was going for $4.20 a gallon. And when I was driving an 18-gallon vehicle, that adds up real quick. And so I've got close to 10,000 miles on my car. I just looked at it this weekend. I've spent a total of $300 charging that car for 10,000 miles. If the money I've saved on gas has covered the delta in the car payments.
Oh my god.
So
that's great.
Honestly, after having been in that in Mike's Tesla, like, I'm very much like intrigued by the whole thing. Not because like I could fucking like the goddamn thing drove itself. It was incredible. It's like I didn't. I mean, it was insane, and it was just. I mean, and you're helping the environment too. So it's like I love my Camry. I really do. I mean, it's a sporty Camry, but for the amount of money I spent in the Camry, I could have got the car that Mike had. Quite
for
frankly.
what it's worth, and what I would tell anybody, and yourself included, Frank, in like 3 years' time, the battery technology is going to be even better than what it is at today. There's going to be so many more options. Like, I'm excited for the Cybertruck, and I will trade this car. The car is already set to be traded in for the truck, and I will gladly do that. But there is a chance that there's 3 other trucks I'm considering in 3 years' time, and maybe I don't pull the trigger on the Cybertruck. But there's a lot that's going to change, so it's kind of exciting.
I mean, it's funny that I just mentioned Cadillac also, but Cadillac introduced the Cadillac Lyric. Check this out. This is their kind of all-electric kind of thing.
I mean, guys, think about it with this whole climate control and our climate problem we have, and I mean, that's a beautiful fucking car.
That looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
I
out of my price range, but
I'm just not used to like. I guess it's like battery running low is like running low on gas. I'm just not like. I'm used to being able to be like, okay, there's a gas station. I mean, you have to map out where these charging stations are, don't you?
To an extent. So the car has it built in where most of them are at, and there's a lot of public ones. But the thing you have to consider is how often, Frank, do you pull into your house on an empty tank of gas?
I never
Pretty
do.
often? Okay.
Never do.
Well, think about it this way. How often do you get in your car? Well, so you would start every day close to a full tank of gas. You would set the car to charge to 80% or whatever. When you get home, you plug it in. In the morning, you're at 80%. So your at home is your gas station. How often do you drive more than 300 miles in a day?
I mean,
Maybe when you go to
honestly,
Boston.
that's what I was gonna say. When I used to drive to Boston every day, you probably but I mean that's Boston's 93 miles away, so that's 186 miles round trip. So I would probably have to charge after a day like that. But I mean, where I go in Boston, they have charging stations in the parking garages, so it isn't like
Exactly. And now I'm going to look up where you're from in Rhode Island and just see, just out of curiosity, where they're at. So there's none in your. I will tell you this: there's no chargers in your town. At the same point in time, you're going to be at home. What do you need to charge in the town for? Uh, Stonington, Wataw Hill. I don't know how to pronounce it. Weekapaw. I don't know.
Weekapog. That's
Sure.
is it Paug?
Yeah.
Weeka.
Sure.
Yeah, that's actually Westerly.
Yeah, Stonington though would be close enough anyway.
Yep, Stonington.
And I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure,
know.
and I know for a fact, like right wherever you are, like based on where you could be in Westerly, if you go to Mystic, there's one right there in the parking lot of the
Yeah.
aquarium.
On your. So I'm assuming you would take 95 to get to Boston, right? Frank.
95 to 93. Yeah.
Yeah. So like there's a supercharger on the
Can you hear
south
me?
side of Providence. Yeah, we can hear you. There's a supercharger on the south side of Providence by Warwick, right on your way there.
Yeah, I would
There's-
skip. I would skip that one.
There's one on your way to
That's Cole not knowing the area.
Mansfield.
That's fine.
Norwood.
That's a nice safe place for you, Frank.
Dedham.
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 Newton, and then there's
Dedham, Mass. Yeah.
20 in Boston, right?
Yeah.
And those are actual superchargers. There's other chargers as well that you can plug into. A lot of the parking garages have chargers in them. In Chicago, the same thing. So it's getting there. And to your point, that's not even 200 miles round trip total. It really helps you put things in perspective. Now, what I will tell you, not to get into politics, this whole Joe Biden infrastructure plan that he's trying to get passed. One of the things he wants to do is put these high-powered superchargers for all vehicles at major interstate rest areas. So when you pull off at a rest area and you got to go and tinkle or get your kids food or whatever, you plug in the car, go do your thing, come back out. You've added juice to your car and keep going.
A lot of the ones that at least from what I know of, in like when you're driving down Connecticut going into New York, a lot of them do have them. They not superchargers, but they have like a row of charging stations.
Yeah, as you watch, as I'm looking at whatever interstate that is that goes through Gulford and Milford and Fairfield and all that shit,
95.
Stanford,
95.
you watch. I'm looking at the screen and it's just like you go from one random dot here and there to like dot 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 dot. That shows all the superchargers the whole way down the highway.
Yeah.
So they're building. And like I said, 3 years from now, it's going to be completely different, and you're going to see a lot of gas stations trying to compete so they don't lose their businesses by putting chargers at their gas station so they can continue to help people stay charged.
Well, at some point in time, I think it's going to eventually evolve to, like, we were just talking about superchargers and stuff like that. It's eventually going to evolve to that where it's replacing gas stations completely. I think that's the ultimate goal here. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'd say it's accurate.
Well, I mean, we
100%
got to think. We're getting in the weeds, but again, we've depleted our natural resources so much that we have to do something.
And it'll probably take you a minute to charge your car at some point in time.
The only reason I'm waiting at this point is the cost effectiveness of it to do it now. Like it's the upfront cost that and the monthly potential cost now, but as more different versions become available and models that are maybe not Tesla or Tesla, depending on what they release, then the price will go down, right? And then it'll be more cost effective to do it, because that's the only reason. I mean, truthfully, I would buy the ID4 tomorrow, the Volkswagen version. I like that one a lot, but
I probably think my next car will probably still be just a gas car, but probably after that it'd probably be an electric. But
well, I don't drive anywhere either, though. Like I'm in kind of the same boat as I work from home, so why would I don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So if I go around town.
right,
I don't even do that. I don't even do that right now. I'm like, I go out and get coffee in the morning, and that's it.
Well, it's just saying. The only reason I go around town, I just drop off my kids. So
I'm going to bring this conversation full circle. The only reason James gets in his car is because he's got to rope one out.
well, that's it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you
not
just
doing
gotta
that.
let
I'm
it out
like-
there. All right.
Devin, I'm not sure what you mean by converted to electric. Maybe so diesel. I know like semis. That's the big thing Tesla's currently working on. I know other vendors are too to make semi, electric semis, right? But
Not Frank
it's
semi.
well, no.
Wow, that's nice.
Well, and to cap that off too, with work stuff, I prefer the SUV anyways. But rather the
Oh,
Ford
well,
Escape,
excuse
'cause it's
me,
electric.
Mr. Sir. Mr.
I'm
Model.
gonna bring this full circle again. The only reason Rocco requires an SUV is because that booty on his girl needs to get in that SUV. Like,
Oh my goodness.
get in. But yeah,
Well,
this has been fun, gentlemen.
We know she has a
I had good time
fantastic
tonight.
butt. Guys, it's been fun. It's been great. We're closing thoughts for anybody?
It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been great, and you've been up 9-5 late 9-5-8. It's been
We
fun.
had to give it a try there, Frank.
we need something there at the end. But yes,
My closing thoughts are Frank is super gullible, and this was fun and
Oh
exciting
yeah.
to be a part
Oh,
of.
I was ready to fight. You have no idea. You have no idea. Like I was gonna get off of this thing, and I'm calling her right then.
I
and
saw the thing going, and I was like, okay, we need to call it.
Yeah, I was getting really angry, and because I mean, if I honestly, yeah. Anyway,
James, anything for you?
AEW is still beating WWE. That's all I got right now.
With the TBS title, baby.
That's not what they're beating them with.
The
but
next one's gonna have Ted Turner's face on it. All right, go on.
Billionaire
Gentlemen,
Ted title.
Gentlemen, stick around for 1 minute after we get off. Guys, it's been real. It's been fun. You've just seen probably one of the worst shows ever on late night
Ever.
TV or late night internet.
Well, then again, Roads to the Top was on while we were talking. So
True. But we will see you next week up here, right here, on Up Late 958.
Oh.